Update at the National Real Estate Cafe with Don Getling and Gino Franti, where you get your daily dose of real estate market updates.
All right, so what we try to do is give you an idea of what's going on with the markets today.
What do you have, Tourette's, Don, hitting all the slides?
Well, you remember, they don't see that. Only Furman does. But yeah, I got a little excited because we love to give you updates on what's really happening with the markets, because the media loves to jump on any report, whether it's good or bad, and just make it national news and excitement for you. But realistically, if you look at this report, this is the new jobs being added. We had some really big numbers in the past, but remember, that came from some really low numbers. A lot of us did not have jobs. But if you look at the line I drew down the middle, pretty consistent over time, Gino.
Yeah, the job market is cooling a little bit, but I think that's okay. Like you said, it's almost like when we looked at appreciation. When you come from nothing, it's easy to add a lot of jobs. Now that we have a fairly full workforce and a fairly low unemployment rate for those that are still actively seeking employment, as I know Don will talk about a little bit later, it's cooling. We'll watch it. Let's see what happens. It's cooling, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like Don has the line right down the middle here. It's fairly stable overall. I'd be concerned if we can't put together numbers over 200, 3 or 4 reports in a row. Then there's something to be concerned about.
There you go. So we're going to watch the trends for you. That's why you watch us daily. By the way, you can get this by texting NREC to 58885. That's NREC to 58885 on your phone. It magically appears on your phone daily. 2 to 3 minute update. You'll be in the know. All right, next report. This is basically just to bring up a point, because you're going to hear, especially with the, all the elections coming up for 2016, the government's going to jump on what a great job Democrats have been doing to lowering that unemployment rate.
Oh, they're going to talk about, they brought it from 10.8% down to 5.3%, and it's steadily holding. And I wouldn't be surprised if this number somehow makes it under 5% just before the election.
Funny how that happens.
Yeah. That being said, what we were talking about or alluding to earlier is that the job participation rate is at the lowest in 38 years, Don. Not a lot of people participating in the job market.
That means about 38% of us are not working, whether we want to or not. But it also has to do with a lot of the baby boomers retiring or just getting out of the workforce and starting their own businesses. But that's what America's made of.
It is, and I don't think that's a bad thing, right? So I do talk to a lot of I'm going to call them micro businesses, where they're computer programmers. It's just the 1 or 2 people working from home. You do have a large demographic of entrepreneurs again, brought on by the Great Recession.
There you go. Okay, so how's this affecting rates? Uh-oh, China back in the picture, but it's all good for interest rates.
Yeah, well, it's a red flag, but it's not a red candle. You got a green candle, and as Don likes to say, green is good and red is bad. Green candle means that interest rates have become lower for you. And the reason is that last night or earlier this week, China decided to manipulate their value of their currency, which they can do. And that being said, what that's done is they're hoping to boost exports out of China by doing that, and it's good for us right now.
Yeah, it made a lot of investors jump into treasuries because they're getting better return on their investment. So, and prices basically are going to go up for us, though. Down for China, opening up their exports. So we're going to watch this. But the good news is some of the best interest rates we have seen in weeks. So if you're going to refinance, you're going to purchase, going to buy your next home, now's the time.
Yeah,
Jump on it.
I mean, look at this chart, Don. It really is almost the best one in, let's say, almost 3 months.
And mark the words right here. It's going to reverse. I'm telling you, rates are going to go up from here a little bit. Nothing dramatic, but they are going to start going up from here. So make sure you tune in daily to the National Real Estate Cafe with Don Getling and Gino Franti. Find out more at nrecafe.com.